Hey there, I'm Philip of PGH Woodcraft. Welcome back to my living room shop. Previously I posted a video about this low workbench that I'm using, made out of construction 2x4s that I can use indoors. And as I reviewed the video, I noticed that you really couldn't get a very good image of the vise that I'm using. So today we're going to dig into that a little bit deeper, and I'm going to tell you why I have a love-hate relationship with this thing. So let me reposition the camera. We're going to zoom in, take a look. All right, as you can see, this is just an inexpensive vise that I picked up at the local box store. This particular one is made by Irwin. Works exactly the way it says it would. In this particular case, I decided to recess this back plate here. It is now flush with the outer 2x4, and what that allows me to do is use the entire length or the side of the bench as the back chop. That helps give a lot of stability to the vise itself. The front chop, I went with an extra long piece of oak. Reason for that is I want it to be able to have really good gripping power on the vise itself. And when I'm using a longer board and I'm doing face work, this works out very, very well. The amount of pressure that I get on here is tremendous. This thing is not moving at all. You can then come in with a plane. See, no chatter, no slippage. You get some really nice shavings there. So this configuration works extremely well. I took it all the way out to the edge because I wanted to be able to use it in case I was ripping work or doing dovetails, something like that. But as soon as I do that, the thing starts to rack. And you can see it's a lot closer up here. So to counteract that, we have to loosen this up and put another board in between. All right. So now I'm getting a stronger grip out here on the end. Tighten that down a little bit more. But again, we have a problem that now the center pressure wants to cause this board to deflect. And that makes that a little bit weaker out on the edge than I would like. Looking at some options to have a variable width spacer in here. So the problem that we get into this is you really have to have a spacer that is as thick as every single board that you do. And you can see some of my boards are a little bit thicker. Some of the boards I deal with are thinner. So you have to have a variety of spacers if you're going to do that. Still thinking about cutting this chop down to a decent size. I cannot take the vise any closer to the edge because the mechanism then would interfere with the legs down there. So still working on that. Two reasons. One, why I love it. One, why I dislike the thing. Another thing I can do with this particular vise is if I'm working on the flat surface, you can notice that's too wide. I can then come in here with my board and use this as a lever, and it starts to put pressure on there. But this front face is actually canted inward, and that's part of the design because it wants to grip up here at the top first and apply greater pressure so that when I do this, it no longer works. So in order to counteract that, I have to take an F-clamp, clamp it down here at the bottom, and then I get a much stronger grip. So need to work on that. It's another reason that I'm not too crazy about this thing. But here's another option on how we can use the thing. I made this little T-square, just a dovetail joint. Put this in here, tighten it down, and now I've got a nice strong grip. All right, this is a piece of rough cut Peruvian walnut. I'm not sure if the camera is picking this up, but this is a very rough surface. This is rough sawn. You can see the back side of it has been planed already, but look how rough this thing is. But you put this thing in there, take your plane, and just with a couple of strokes, see how smooth that we're getting it already? Okay. come in from the other side and just work that down. Okay. If your plane is set up properly, you can actually get better results with a plane than you can with a piece of sandpaper. So that works out extremely well. The bench dog can be used in a couple of different ways. Like I said, we clamp. All right, well, the video cut off on me in mid-sentence, so we're going to wrap this thing up. If you like this video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's other things you want to see. Let me know that as well. I'm open to anything, so let's just see what we can come up with. All right, till next time, take care. God bless.